Figure it out!
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series and is intended to aid the Dreamcast and gaming community.
The Sega Dreamcast VMU, Visual Memory Unit. As you can see, just looking at it, it's incredibly different from any other memory card for any other system ever. I mean, it's got like a D-pad and buttons, and it's pretty sweet. It's for those of us who want to do Dreamcasting on the go, sort of. So what you would do, first of all, you take off this thing, which probably won't be a problem because I'm sure you don't have this. Most people lost these. I only have a handful of them, and I have a lot of VMUs, trust me. But anyway, you take it, put it in your controller, put it in the front or the back. Front tends to be better because then you can see this screen. Now, the point of this screen, for most games, this didn't really serve a purpose. It was just kind of like a little screen to kind of remind you what game you're playing, or it would just have little characters pop up, and it would just be kind of cool to see. But some games it would serve a purpose. Some more than others. NFL Blitz, or like the NFL 2K games, for example, this would actually help you in the game. It would show you your plays when you're like playing against another opponent. That way, they can't look at the screen and see what play you're going to do. It's actually much more competitive that way. It's like, I don't play sports or even like football, but it's like more realistic football, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, there's other games like the Resident Evil ones. One of the biggest things I've always had a problem with in Resident Evil is to check your health. You have to like stop the game and look at a menu. But if you play the Dreamcast versions, it actually shows you your health on here. So rather than like stopping the game, you can just look down really quick and be like, oh, okay, I'm fine. Or, I'm going to die. Whatever. Just look there and you're done. It's awesome. But it had other purposes. You could play certain games that would actually enhance this. Power Stone, for example, had like a shmup on it. You could download onto this thing. So after you did that, you take out your card and you'd play a little game on here. It was pretty sweet as a little plane that was shooting stuff. There were other games that did stuff like that as well. One of them that was interesting was Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Both had like Tamagotchi-like games, if you remember those. Tamagotchis were big in Japan and kind of big here for a while, so they capitalized on it to a certain degree. You would basically download what they called it a chow, and you'd play on here and raise the thing, and that was mostly what you did with Sonic Adventure 1. But in Sonic Adventure 2, they took it a step further. You'd do that, and then you could like put this back into the Dreamcast and put your chow back into the actual Dreamcast game, and thus enhancing the game that way. So it's kind of cool because it would just go back and forth like that. As a handheld, it's pretty cool, but I mean, obviously it has like a little, I don't know, like a watch type of screen. It's not color or anything. I would show you what it's like, but it runs on watch batteries, which is really kind of unfortunate. That's the biggest design flaw with this thing, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know if in 1998 it would have been possible when this thing came out in Japan to have it run on, say, like a lithium battery, like Xbox Xbox 360 controller battery packs do, because then you could just charge it in the controller. That would have been great, but I don't know if it was technologically possible back then. But if you actually got it running, which I'm not going to because now watch batteries cost more than VMUs. It's kind of funny. But if you got it running, it would do a couple of cool things. You could alter your save data. You could play those mini games I was talking about. It also had like a calendar and some other stuff on there. And you could also hook it up to other VMUs, like, just like that. It's pretty sweet. And I'm not sure if you could do this, but there might have been some games, or maybe they intended to make some, where you could play against other people at the same time. Like, two people could just do that and play a game together. I don't know if that was possible. Maybe it was. I do know, if there is a game that supports that, let me know. That sounds like it would be kind of cool to try. But I do know that you could transfer data back and forth, which was kind of cool. Actually, when I was a kid and this came out, I remember, like the 1 year the Dreamcast was, really popular. I would go to school with like my VMU, and then like other kids would go and be like, "Oh man, I totally like beat Sonic Adventure. Oh wow, cool! I want to see how it ends," or whatever. And so you just whip out your VMU, transfer the data, so they go home and try it and see what how it ends. It's pretty awesome. If you have a Dreamcast, odds are you have a VMU because you need it to save games, unless you got a third-party option. I would not. I mean, okay, I have third-party ones, but I'm not. I'll show those later. This is the way to go to save your Dreamcast games. If you want to take a quick look at these boxes, this is the American-style box. This is the later version. They have an earlier one. Unfortunately, I don't have the box for that. And of course, here's the European one, which frankly I think is a much more attractive box, but I'm kind of partial to the blue style here. I just like that. But yeah, Dreamcast VMU. You don't have one? Get one. Now, they're not even like expensive, guys. Come on, don't be that cheap. I also want to point out that I have a few different colored versions here, as you can see. You know, transparent. These were later released in the States. In Japan, they got a few different colored, different variation ones. There's actually a Godzilla one. I wish I had that because I really like Godzilla. That would be cool to have. They also have, on the bottom, they have like a little keychain deal, which is kind of cool. So I can show you what that would kind of look like. I have one that's kind of rigged up with a thing. Yeah, you can swing it around. Look, I'm hypnotizing you. Watch all of my videos.
Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you so desire. However, we'd really appreciate it if you'd check out our other videos that are of a higher production caliber. Thank you.